This news update is brought to you by...
When you go with Flow, you get to bundle it. Bundling is essential with Flow. Get Flow TV, broadband, and home phone from as low as $160 a month. That's less than $5.50 a day. Plus, upsize your broadband and home packages from only $5. And there's more. You get free movies for 3 months and a 50% off selected TV bolt-on. Trust the network that is built, ready, and proven. This is how we flow. Bundle it.
Sign up before October 31st to get the Flow Sports Premier Pack free for 6 months.
It's Friday, October the 28th, 2016, and this is your Barbados Today afternoon update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, the National Union of Public Workers is today warning government to settle a series of outstanding grievances without further delay in order to avoid being hit by industrial action. Acting Assistant General Secretary of the Union, Wayne Warren, says one of these concerns related to the recent correspondence from the Public Service Commission stating that it's unable to fill the remaining vacancies in Customs and Excise Department due to provisions in the Employment Code.
The NUPW is contending, however, that the Recruitment Employment Code, which involves a process of advertising posts and inviting suitably qualified persons to apply, that this process has commenced. And we are just simply saying to continue this process of using the code to allow persons who are eligible to apply to fill the remaining vacancies. We don't see no reason why that would prohibit persons are suitably qualified. They have the various competencies, they have the years of experience, and therefore we don't see the rationale for this stance to suggest that you cannot continue to fill the vacancies with the same code that you have been using previously to fill a number of vacancies.
Warren tells Barbados Today the union will also be pressuring the government to conclude negotiations on customs transition to the Barbados Revenue Authority and for the creation of Customs Officer 3 posts so that clerical officers who have been working as customs officers will be appropriately compensated.
So we will be pressing demand. Given the volatile industrial relations climate, this can be ignored. We are taking it seriously. We don't want it to escalate into a further volatile situation. Workers taking action, and we are therefore insisting that we will press demands with the relevant authorities to ensure that all matters relating to customs excise are addressed in a satisfactory or definitive and satisfactory manner. So that is our mandate. We have to ensure that this issue is fundamental.
The Rastafarian couple found guilty of failing to register their 2 children in school will have to wait for just over another month to find out if the High Court will hear a case in which the Child Care Board is seeking to make their son and daughter wards of the state. When the matter came before the court this morning, it was adjourned until December the 13th. Meanwhile, the parents, Charles Lashley and Kim Jackman, were due to be sentenced today in the Magistrates Court for their crime. In sports now, West Indies women have recalled Jamaican all-rounder Shadian Nation after a gap of nearly 7 years for the ODIs and the T20s in India next month. West Indies also recalled wicketkeeper batsman Kecia Knight and medium pacer Shakira Selman, both of whom were dropped for the home series against England.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Public Bank just like Santa Claus. Maisie fix up the kitchen and a new TV we getting. A special time to commemorate. Republic will help you celebrate.
Get ready to celebrate 50 years of independence right through to the best Bajan Christmas ever with a Make It Happen loan of up to $50,000 from Republic Bank. Give your home a good old Bajan spruce up, buy some new furniture and appliances, or take an after-holiday trip to visit loved ones over and away. You could also be one of our lucky winners to share in fabulous prizes. Just visit any branch to apply. Go to republicbarbados.com or call us at 227-2700. We're also available via Skype and FaceTime. Special conditions apply.
In Bajan style, it will be great with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Read all about it, read all about it. Get your paper. Only $2.25. Let's get your paper.
You again with that stale news from yesterday. I got the Barbados today on my phone, and I just get my news for free.
not too shade.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
We're back with news from the region now. Some officers attached to the Strategic Services Agency in Trinidad who are allegedly selling state secrets to the U.S. law enforcement agents will be investigated. Minister in the Attorney General's office, Stuart Young, made this revelation following a story in the Express newspaper yesterday that pointed to nothing short of espionage.
The Express article in today's newspaper alleging inappropriate behavior of SSA officers selling state secrets to U.S. law enforcement authorities will be seriously looked into. At least that's the assurance given by Minister in the Attorney General's office, Stuart Young, today at the post-cabinet news conference.
I think the most important word you use there, Mark, is allegations. So I have seen the report that you co-authored in today's newspaper. It is something that will attract the requisite inquiry and is attracting the requisite inquiry.
Minister Young declined to say whether he believed this particular arm of national security was involved in questionable practices, as allegations in the Express report suggested 3 SSA officers were trading state secrets for money and other inducements.
On the international scene now, the United Nations says ISIS has executed 232 people near the Iraqi city of Mosul and taken tens of thousands of people to use as human shields against advancing Iraqi forces. A spokeswoman for the UN Human Rights Arm said the terror group carried out the mass killings Wednesday, punishing people who had defied its orders.
Getting some very disturbing reports of a dramatic increase in the number of brutal executions going on at the hands of ISIS, sowing terror into the local population. The UN reporting 232 people have been murdered by ISIS, executed in recent days just around Mosul, and we had word earlier this day that 20 men had been killed inside Mosul by electrocution. They were tied together and all electrocuted. This happening at Mosul University. Their bodies were then left out in the open as a message to the rest of the population. Now, we're also hearing word that tens of thousands of people are being rounded up from the villages near Mosul, just on the outskirts of Mosul, and as you said, being brought into the city to join, 1.5 million other civilians in the city, all being held as human shields. This obviously is going to make the retaking of Mosul extremely complicated for Iraqi forces when they do eventually enter the city.
And finally, Donald Trump got a morale boost this week, but it likely wouldn't be enough to propel him to the White House. After weeks of devastating headlines, the Republican nominee seemed to give himself a break.
Donald Trump blanketing the battleground state of Ohio today.
In 12 days, we're going to win Ohio, and we are going to win back the White House.
The state and its 18 electoral votes critical to Trump's path to the White House.
Hillary Clinton wants to double down on Obamacare and make it even worse.
With less than 2 weeks left in the campaign, Trump is seizing on the steady drip of hacked emails coming from WikiLeaks.
If the Clintons were willing to play this fast and loose with their enterprise when they weren't in the White House, just imagine what they'll do given the chance to once again control the Oval Office.
Even as he backs off his recent threat to sue the women who have accused him of sexual misconduct.
All of these liars will be sued after the election is over.
No longer saying he'll go through with it.
We'll find out. Let's see what happens with the election. We're going to find out.
Trump revealing today his campaign is planning to deploy his wife Melania for a series of closing speeches.
That's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper email updates and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.